Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Grip the Lid, also known as Lydia. I am the owner of this channel. I make content for people that are getting over or managing their nerves, coming back with themselves and entering into a new phase with themselves. This is where I'm going to sit back, chit chat, talk about a lot more about me, try to improve on my communication, and keep creating for the people that need to hear this message. This morning I came across this app called Speako. I started picking it up due to the fact that I struggle so much with my communication. So I wanted to pick up this app and do the exercises that it tells me to do. So let me tell you about the very first lesson. The very first lesson talks about managing your nerves 101. Something that I have struggled with after addiction was managing my nerves, talking effectively, talking clearly, and being in college was never the answer. It was never going to help me work on that. I actually tried my best to work on it in college and lacked the confidence. So I'm taking this into my own hands and practicing this, doing it myself for my benefit, of course. I'm doing this for me. So let's get into the teaching of managing my nerves. What are nerves anyway? Nerves are the body's response to a situation the mind perceives as threatening. Fear is the body's response to protect itself. The fear of public speaking is one of the most common in the world. Sensations range from slight chest tightness to full-on panic. Research says the fear of public speaking affects 3 in 4 people. Just starting this course is an amazing first step. You're taking control of your destiny. You'll reach an amazing place of confidence through practice and repetition. Take a moment to reflect. When is your next speech or presentation? Okay. Welcome aboard. We're glad you're here. You know how it feels to be nervous about public speaking, heart pounding, mouth dry, shallow breathing, feeling lightheaded, and on top of that, you're worried about saying the right words or seeming awkward. The trouble is, these feelings can get in the way of getting your speech or presentation the way you want to. The mind and body are so busy reacting to the environment that you become distracted from your true mission, connecting from your audience. The first step towards managing your nerves is simple. Acknowledge that they're there and they're perfectly normal. And you're not doing anything wrong. It's just the nature of the mind and body. Even the most experienced speakers still feel these butterflies before going on stage. Of course, you'll learn about several mindsets and techniques to control your nerves before they control you. Remember, the goal isn't to get rid of your nerves, but to change your relationship with them, to acknowledge them and say, hey, let's turn this into something useful. The next time you give a talk, you can turn that nervous energy into a special spark that you can share with your audience. So congratulate yourself on taking the first step of this new adventure. In public speaking, nerves are related to your desire to speak to the best of your ability. If you ask a world-class performer in any field, like sports or theater, they'll say they still get nervous before a performance. Let's see. Forget about getting rid of the fear. A little nervousness is a good thing. It gives you a nice boost of adrenaline. You'll probably always feel nervous sensations like your heart racing, your butterflies in your stomach, and that's okay. The key is to turn that nervous energy into a special spark. Help those butterflies fly in formation. Take a deep breath. You're well on your way to taking control of your nerves. Okay. So I did that. Let's see about the... Okay, so one thing about me that I figured out the most is that it gets me nervous to have a conversation with someone that I'm not... Okay, here we go. One thing that gets me nervous about myself is opening up to conversation and taking part in a conversation where I am not informed of having. I don't really know how to have small talk. I only know how to talk based on my strengths, like business and idea starting. So I have no idea how to do the small little things, but I can do the big little things after addiction. So I get nervous just due to my progress report. I know that I see myself nervous to address those things, and even address conversation with anyone, whether it be my mom or my dad. And I'm a little more nervous now because my family doesn't really know that I own 2 businesses. They actually don't know like where my business started. They don't know what I go through every day. So like when I actually see them, like I keep my life private. I don't really tell them what I'm doing because like my parents expect me to be in college. Like they don't expect me to build a business. Although I do share those things like a little bit, but it's not helpful. It's not really like, I'm not sharing with it because like I don't want to give them everything that I do. Like they don't really like, based off of my relationship with my father today, I think he cares, but I don't think people really care about what you're doing. It's really challenging like culturally for us to really open up and talk about ourselves. Like they just really want to know like, you know, humorous things about ourselves and probably like less serious things because like I don't know, it's really like relevant, but it's really not always like something that we talk about. So yeah, no, it gets me super nervous. I've actually come a really long way in business. I wanted to kind of practice a little bit right here on camera. If anybody is struggling with public speaking and you're coming out of addiction and you don't know where to start, well look here, I'm starting right here. You're gonna be able to see me start my public journey speaking right here, right now. So let's talk about something. You're gonna see me just kind of wing it, freestyle, and open up about something that I was scared to open up about. Let's see. Okay, so the prompt is so share a story about a time you had a fresh start. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Let me just fix this. Okay. No. I apologize, you guys. This was supposed to be easy. Okay. Hello, you guys. My name is Lydia Montoya. This is where I fuck up. Okay. Hello, you guys. This is Lydia Montoya. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, this channel is for anybody coming out of addiction, getting themselves out the rut, and prioritizing their professional and personal development. I'm going to be talking about a story about like how I started my businesses, what businesses have I done. I'm going to do the best that I can. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys like my channel, please subscribe. It means a lot. Comment. It means a lot as well. I started having a business mentality very early on in my life. My dad was a janitor at a private school called Pine Trust, And he was always bringing home donations from the school, scholastics and books, and like workbooks, and I've always been exposed to them as a young adult. That I remember that being my life and my identity. I like to get charms with my school tools. So I had charms, I had erasers, I have all that, those bags and those highlighters. That was my first introduction to like liking the knickknacks. And then when I was okay, so this is something that made me want to start a business that I went through. When I was, I want to say 11 or 12. So when I was 10 years old, I had a really good friend of mine. Her name was Crystal. She lived a couple houses down the street, and Crystal was my very good friend. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her, and then I'm going to tell you what's up. Crystal, my friend, my really good friend at that time, she is white. She's German. I'm Mexican. My first white friend was Crystal. Me and her would hang out all the time. And every time we would hang out, she would always say, hey, I'll buy you something, but just pay me back. So I was always used to that, whatever. I didn't really like that at the time, but here, whatever, let me continue the story. I started hanging out with my dear friend Crystal a lot, and my friend Crystal said, hey, let's go to Disneyland, gather your money, and at that time, Disneyland was like $60, and so, you know, I thought, like, I want to go to Disneyland with Crystal, but I don't have the money. My dad doesn't have money to give me. So this is what happened. So in order to go to Disneyland, I recycled my dad's recycling for him. There were like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of recycle. And I recycled his recycle for me in order to come up with the money to go to Disneyland. At the end of the trip, I was short a couple dollars to make it, but my friend Crystal paid. I came up with around $57, and it was around like $62 for Disneyland. So I went to Disneyland, and I went to Disneyland for 2 days with my friend Crystal because it was a 2-day pass. Okay, so I went to Disneyland with my dear friend Crystal because I recycled my dad's money. That was the event that kickstarted my need to build a business fairly early on because my dad didn't have the means. He didn't have the money. He could not provide for me. I was socially disadvantaged. I was economically disadvantaged. I was low income. And I was feeling the measurable pain. I was miserable. So I decided that I was going to start building a business, and as the years went on, after I graduated from high school, what I did to kind of prepare a little bit was the first thing I did when I reached senior year was I got into a culinary ROP class, and that class actually helped me learn how to cook basic and advanced culinary. So I learned how to cook. I like cooking. I really do. It's not something that I pursued, but it was something that I gave a try. So I tried culinary. Then right after high school, I tried life insurance. I went with World Financial Group. I went with Primerica, and I went with People Helping People. I did not ever give up after every single mistake or after every setback ever. So tried to do life insurance, couldn't do it. I was using drugs in between my studies. I was obviously using methamphetamine. So I was using drugs in between my studies. I could not learn the material, couldn't pass the life insurance agent exam. So wah. I didn't get to be a life insurance agent. And then okay. Okay. And then I tried to do a marketing website. I was doing this with a couple, well, like with an ex-boyfriend, with a friend, whatever. So I was pretty much copying, making a website. I couldn't do it. I mean, it took a lot of time to like be curious about it, open up a website, design it. I couldn't figure out how to have rich text in my website. I didn't know what was important to put on there. I didn't know what to do, how to like form a website, how to place the items on the website. So I just stopped. Okay. So I just stopped the website. I didn't even continue it. I tried to do it. I mean, I wasn't really good at it, but whatever. I tried. So I came across Gary Vee in around 2016, 2017, and I really liked the content that he said. At that time, I really liked Gary Vee. I think that he was talking to my audience. He was talking to creators. He's talking about people who are not in college, don't go to college. He targeted primarily the immigrants, and my parents are an immigrant, so it was like tailored for me. The message was for me. So I started listening to that, and I try to just think about some things, and I believe I started doing photo editing. I would do it in my own way. I mean, I was using a free app. I would do layers. I would blend. I've also done terrible digital work as well. I couldn't blend some things. I would layer it. I don't know. I didn't really. So I tried. I didn't end up doing that either. I tried doing some social media marketing. I didn't know like what direction I was taking it. I didn't do that either. And then so in between that, I was also using drugs, and then until I went to rehab, I started picking up drawing. I was really good at it. But I didn't pursue it. And after rehab, this is when my life actually really started opening up. Every moment was new for me. I had a new chance at building a business and like really learning about like who I am able to be, like my abilities and my capabilities. And the things that I do now, I've already gotten recognized for. So I have an award for technology and I have an award for character. So after I left rehab and I moved in with my boyfriend, so I had been clean for like literally no time after rehab. I moved in with my boyfriend. My boyfriend helped me build the business. I mean, he helped me from the beginning, from considering industry, practicing the industry, and then also moving into applications of that. The very first industry that I was introduced to at my boyfriend's house was e-commerce, and it was with Jet Set Fly. So he had this like one product page funnel strategy. So it's like one e-commerce store for one page, and it came through a sales funnel. And that didn't work. I mean, it was just opening up my consideration for business. So the next thing that I did was I considered the beauty industry, went to a body sculpting workshop and certificate class. From one day of class, I was certified to be a body sculptor, brought home the machinery, the tools, and stocked up on supplies. Did that a little bit. Along with that, I built the skill of the social media branding, and I tried 3 different branding and logos and just different branding packages for that business. I did not end up doing that business. I sold it. Okay, the next business was e-commerce. I landed across a Instagram live with some Armenian kid who was selling e-commerce course. I got scammed out of $3,000. I didn't know how to freaking source products, how to freaking build a website. I didn't learn anything. I literally got scammed. And the way that, okay, anyway, and then the next thing that I did was the very first thing that I forgot to mention was 7 years ago I tried making a YouTube channel talking about my addiction, and it was supposed to be my business. And here I am now making a video couple years later about me and my addiction, but even me out of my addiction. That very first video is viral now. If you guys can rewatch that video. So that business was a vlogging business, or a documenting business of me and my experiences to be able to serve the people who are socially disadvantaged, because I was. So I want to serve those people. So I did that, and then what I did was so the next business I picked up in 2022 was e-commerce again. New impression of it, new consideration of it, new everything of it. These ideas were brand spanking new. So I went in there, I let curiosity actually guide me. I spent the money for the mentorship. My amazing partner funded every single business venture that I decided to start. Mind you, dude, I've lost every single penny nearly every single time, and I'm still continuing to build a business to find what I want to do and what not. So I opened up to starting a new ecom business, and I'm really happy about it. I have all the right mindset to do this ecom business. I'm really happy. I'm supported, I'm guided. My risk is super low. Like, my mindset is real high, so my risk is really low. You know, I'm taking my time to build my business. I'm strategizing, I'm planning, I'm masterminding, I'm workshopping, I'm attending fireside chats, I'm, tuning into people that do sales. I'm also watching people who do sales. I'm watching the lifestyle, and I'm just doing the work. And that was actually what led me here to this day. Two years later, is I'm happy. Now I'm really happy about my experiences, and these experiences actually was a temporary setback for a long-term success. So I'm really, really thankful for that moment, because I now have grit. I now know that I like the chaos. I know that I like being uncertain. Nothing is planned. Nothing is planned. I'm the planner. I'm the manager. I'm the boss. I'm behind the operations. I'm the creator. I do the things I want when I want. When I don't want to do them, I don't do them. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm always, the green beret in my company, and I don't know. That's just wrap it up. I'm the green beret in my company. All of these starts was a setback to lead me to who I am today. Okay, that was opening up right there, you guys. Like, I don't open up because it's not easy for me. I'm not opening up because I've been through a lot of disadvantaged stuff. I've never known how to say my message. I've never tried, but the new thing about this is that I'm opening up, I'm trying, applying the intention behind the action. And I really feel like every single moment is a fresh moment. I really feel like that. And I don't know. I don't think anybody is meant to be an entrepreneur. I don't think everyone is meant to be a public speaker either. Look at me starting from the beginning. Look at me starting from the start. I'm here showing you where I'm at, what I'm capable of so far, and this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. I hope that in the next video I can keep opening up. Let me know what you guys think of it. I want you guys to give me a progress report. Please let me know what are some things that I'm very good at. Please let me know what is a story that you can share about yourself, that you can talk for a long time. Let me know of a story where you had a fresh start. I really appreciate you guys being here for the last 25 minutes. I actually feel really glad. I feel really happy about myself. Thank you guys for spending the last 26 minutes with me. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel because it means the world to me. It means the world to me for people to love me and validate me and encourage me and empower me on this journey. And I see all my comments, and if the comments are really positive, most likely I'll respond to you. If they're negative, I'll even respond to you too. But as I change and as I grow, as I evolve, I really want to build community with people who can help me and validate me and also help carry me forward into this new version, this 2.0 version of Lydia that makes me super happy. That means the world to me. And I'm gonna upload this video exactly how it is because this is for someone who needs to see someone starting from the start. This is authentic, true workshop training skill for public speaking, for short storytelling. This is for someone who really needs that message. So I encourage you guys to keep on engaging with me, keep helping me build my community, and keep watching my content from time to time. And if you can watch it all, thank you. It means the world to me. I will be leaving you guys there. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this video. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.